This is an example of an application that is focusing on something very specific. So one of the most common things you see in actual violence when somebody wants to throw a sucker punch is what we call the witness check. So you are standing face to face with somebody who's being aggressive or setting you up to rob you, or could be a variety of situations. Now they're looking at you, and before they strike, they will swivel their head around and do a quick check of their surroundings. That does two things. It makes sure that nobody's ready to intervene or is watching, depending on what the context is, so there's no witnesses. But it also distracts you. As they turn around their head to look, you might look at what they're looking at, and that distracts you from what comes next, which is a big punch, as I show here. So if you fall for that, and it's very human to fall for that, then this preparation, just the act of looking back, initiated by a quick step forward and then launching that punch at your at the victim's face, basically, that's what sets up the the efficiency of the technique. It's all about setting it up correctly and then not leaving time for the other person to react and do something. Now, it's not impossible to react, but it does take quite a bit of training and a little bit of luck as well. Let's say that I am aware enough to see the trap coming. So as soon as he starts looking back, I notice that something's off, and I'm going to do two things. So I'm going to defend with the grasping bird's tail, which is what we've covered before. So you can watch the previous videos on that. So I'm going to divert and absorb the incoming strike while I try to check his other arm so he can't hit me at the same time. Now, what I'll also do is take my step towards the right and drop my head down. So this is an instinctive reaction. When you are suddenly being attacked, it tends to happen. But for instance, what most people be more comfortable with, as an example, meaning it's something you've probably experienced before. Somebody throws something at your face, even if it's just a joke. It could be a pillow, could be a splash of water when you're playing outside in summertime with your kids, whatever, it doesn't matter, is that you instinctively pull your head away from whatever's coming at you. It could be straight back, it could be left, right, could be down, could be a bunch of things. But this is the flinch response. It is hard. After we finish the last repulse the monkey in the sequence, as I show here, we go into flying oblique low, followed by flying oblique high. So this is a low version. You step out with the left foot, pivot, and then rise out of it into the high version. What's important here is that you first turn your body to the left, my upper body turns to the left, and then as I circle down, I will turn it to the right, stepping out, turn the foot, and then go into flying oblique high, like you did in the beginning of the long form. The arms follow the movement of the... There's different ways you can view this, and I'll try to cover them here in this video. And the first one is, what does Tai Chi mean? Tai Chi is a reference to Taoist concept, the concept of yin yang, the symbol of yin yang, which we all know. And Chuan then means fist. So we work with a system that is based, for the most part, on this Taoist concept of yin yang, which is very, very large as far as concepts go. It covers a lot of ground as well. So we're going to focus on something specific here, and that is the following. If you look at, for instance, you do the short form. After single whip, you start doing cloud hands. These are expansive movements. You will see that your hands will travel far away from you, and you extend your arms so the movements are going away from you. They're expanding. That then is followed by Pat Horse High, in which you will, from the expansive movement of cloud hands, contract everything and bring your hands closer to your body and bending at the elbows. Then that is followed by separate hands, in which you open up again an expansive movement, which is followed by a closing movement, which is followed by a movement that starts bit by bit becoming more and more expansive. And then we have a closing movement again. So you can view expand, contract as a lens through which you can view the movements that you do in Tai Chi Chuan. And in particular, in the form, this will very much be present. Now, what will happen is that